Good morning and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. Two more of Jesus' disciples are commemorated on May 1st, both St. Philip and St. James the Lesser. In truth, we don't know much about their lives other than that they were martyred for their faith and witness. So instead of looking in depth at what little we know about them, I want to move to May 2nd, which is the day we commemorate Athanasius, the Bishop of Alexandria. I hope to give you the short version of what is a long and complicated story with lots of twists and turns. Nothing much is known of Athanasius's family, but it is likely that Athanasius was born an Egyptian, and when he joined the clergy, he soon distinguished himself through his faith and his intellect. The world of the church in the 300s had three major centers of faith. One, of course, was Rome, a second was Antioch, and a third was Alexandria in Egypt, where Athanasius was bishop. About this time, a priest named Arius stirred up a controversy promoting the idea that God and Jesus were of different substances. Another way to say this, he thought Christ was not of one being with the Father, as we say in our creeds. Arius believed that there was a time when the Son was not the same thing as God. While this probably doesn't seem like a big thing to us, in fact, it is. At the very heart of it is the nature of God and Jesus and what Jesus' death and resurrection means. So, as Arius's view grew in popularity, Athanasius was invited into the fray to argue for the traditional view that God and Jesus were the same substance. In other words, Jesus was fully God while being fully human. This is where I'll try to make the long story a bit short. Over Athanasius's lifetime, the battle would be fought over and over again as a new pope came to power and believed one way, followed by another pope who believed the other. The two centers of faith in Antioch and Alexandria were opposed to the theology of the other, and the future of the church was at stake. Over the time, Athanasius was exiled 7 times and brought back 7 times. In the end, the church held a council at a place called Nicaea in 381 to settle the matter, and Athanasius's view that God and Jesus were of the same substance won the day. The result of this council was the Nicene Creed that we still use today, and which affirms that God and Jesus were of one being. In fact, you may know that our church uses the Nicene Creed and the Apostles' Creed, but that we also have a third creed that we can use as well. It's called the Athanasian Creed. It's very long, and we have used it occasionally on Holy Trinity Sunday because it emphasizes over and over how the members of the Trinity are different, yet one being. This creed was written by Athanasius in the midst of all this controversy. So we may never have heard of Athanasius, but he is one of the more important people, upholding one of the pillars of our faith. Every week in our creed, we talk about God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit, and we speak of the inheritance of faith we have received from Athanasius. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.